Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the updated secret locations on the Horn of Magnus map in Warhammer End Times Vermintide. Also going to be doing a little bit of analysis on the current state of the AI friendly bots, and I am joined on this particular adventure once again by the mighty BlueOrthodox, uh, who will be playing the part of the Dwarf Ranger. Say hello, Max.
Yo, yo, yo.
So, as you may have seen in my previous video where I talked about Sigmar's Blessing, the new DLC for the game that was just recently released, I did want to go and check out the Horn of Magnus map where they have shuffled around the locations of the secret items, such as the tomes and grimoires that people tend to use whenever they are doing uh, loot runs on that map. Now, I am going to do a alternate version of this video, which I will link to in the description box down below, where I kind of cut out all the fat and just show everybody where we find the things that we end up finding. But this is going to be the full-on playthrough with full commentary, where we talk about the game in general, do the bot analysis, and that sort of thing from start to finish. So, without further ado, I'm going to cue this bad boy up and we can get started as we
It's time to
wax
raise the alarm and give
philosophical
the town a fighting
about
chance.
Vermintide.
Waxing.
Yes, hopefully there will be more waxing than waning, or wailing, or otherwise horrifying things.
I second that.
The town is overrun by Skaven and everyone's asleep. Bloody catastrophe. Our alarm is the great big horn in Magnus Tower, and you must go there and let the world know we're under attack. Check on the nearby guardhouse on your way, and with any luck they can assist you.
So have you played this at all since the latest patch?
Nope.
I feel like every time a significant new patch comes out, I get a little bit of a performance boost on this game. Like, I wouldn't say that it's tremendous or extremely significant, but I feel like cumulatively the game is in a much better place performance and optimization wise than it was, say, at launch.
I'd probably say that's accurate. I mean, it can't be any worse than what it was at one point.
Oh, I don't think you're using your imagination. I'm pretty sure it could be worse. It could be
Okay,
a
it could
slideshow.
be. Okay, it could be. Sure, granted. I mean, because anything could be worse than what this game was when it first started. And honestly, I'm still kind of unsure as to where it's at in terms of single box streaming. Um, because before I hopped on here with you and did the thing, I was watching a video, or I was watching a stream of Vermintide, and according to the guy that I was watching, he was using a single box to stream it. So I don't know if they made that much progress in terms of optimizations. I would love if that were the case, because I'd love to stream this game, but that always seems to be the thing that kind of gets in the way, is that I don't know if it's my rig that's the problem. I don't know if it's the game that's the problem. I don't know if it's OBS that's the problem. I just don't know.
Well, two things I'll touch on real quick because I don't want this to turn into a streaming conversation necessarily. But uh, windowed versus full screen mode and the frame rate limiter seem to be your friends when it comes to streaming this game or even just making content for it. Like, I know I have personally started using the 60 FPS frame rate limiter when I'm shooting video for this game with shadow play, and that helps immensely in terms of producing better results. But like I say, let's not turn this into a inside baseball streaming content creation talk. Let's actually go ahead and kill some stuff and look for some secrets.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I was just curious. just shot in the dark sort of question. But I concur. Let's kill everything.
Yeah. I feel like any sort of optimization is ultimately going to benefit streamers and content creators because obviously we need a little more overhead, you know, to make up for whatever the streaming software or the capture software is chewing up CPU wise. So it's a valid concern, especially since there are more and more content creators out there every day, it seems.
They sprout up like weeds, man. What can I say?
The guards still at the posts.
So I have been taking a very thorough approach to exploring this level ever since this latest patch, trying to figure out exactly where they moved everything to. And the one thing I've been able to determine pretty conclusively so far is that the first tome is now where the first grimoire used to be.
Oh, okay.
So you know how there's that little pig barn that you get to after you drop down out of this guard tower, where you used to find the first tome. It doesn't appear to ever be there anymore, at least in the few playthroughs that I've attempted. But we will stop and look for it, if for no other reason but to show people where it used to be.
Sounds good to me. There's a health kit right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till after this wave, and then when we move on, I'll drink my pote and pick that up.
Gotcha.
You kill, all right?
Okay. Respect your respect. That's it. Make the rat pay. Bottoms up.
Alright, moving on. Set up the ladder.
That seemed to go relatively well.
Yeah, reasonably well.
Dory, it won't last.
The false moon gives them.
I definitely feel like I still have to babysit the bots a little bit. Like, for example, the Imperial soldier there took his good old sweet time getting in here with us.
Yeah, they're still a bit on the slow side of things.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story when we get a little further in here. Oh my goodness, is that the patrol outside?
Yep. Oh, let's get in the prisons and hope for the best.
I don't know if this is a good idea, but
We're
Let's-
fine.
what could possibly go wrong, right? I have never seen that before.
They're still scruffs. Skaven guards. I can hear 'em.
Well, thankfully the bots did not ag on that, because trapped in this little cell, that would have been suboptimal at best. So that is definitely new, though. I've never seen that patrol come through here before.
I'm trying to think. I've seen it as soon as when you get to like the first well, or like when you come onto that well.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But yeah, in terms of this close, I've got to say that that's definitely new for me.
So, note the bot behavior here. Like, these guys are just obsessed with that patrol. They finally have come unhooked from it.
Yeah,
Now,
that's,
I do notice that when you cross certain thresholds, like say we jump down here, that seems to trigger the bots and kind of force them to move forward to the next point. So sometimes you can actually use those transitions to manage them a little bit. So that's kind of helpful.
stickiness of them getting stuck on those specials, though, is definitely still a little bit concerning.
Yeah, it's definitely still a problem. I think if I had like one major wish list type thing for the bots in this game, it would be for them to pay more attention to what the human players are doing and react appropriately.
I almost wish, I think we've talked about this before too, I almost wish that there was a way that you can like set the bots and you know, to have like an aggressive mode, a defensive mode, a passive mode, because I think that would just go a little bit farther in helping the player be able to control the bots somewhat.
Hmm. Yeah, even if you could, say, attach them to a particular player, like have one follow you and one follow me or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Some just real super basic commands, I think, would be very helpful in terms of making these things function better.
Mhm.
So I did want to point out here, back here is where the first tome used to be. At least for me, in most playthroughs, I would find it back here, and it is no longer here.
Oh no. Speaking of locations, I'm actually going to check up on that
Look out! A
on the
strangler.
second floor over here, in this little place, just to see if they might have put it over here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm getting a little far away from you guys. I'm gonna make sure we don't get too separated.
Got him.
Nice strike.
Well, as far as I can tell, I don't think there's any tomes around this place anymore.
Yeah, I looked through it pretty thoroughly when I played, and I did not see anything in this first section of the map. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't anything or there can't possibly be anything here, but in 3 or 4 playthroughs now, I have not seen it if it's possible.
A bomb! That'll wreak some carnage.
This staircase is still intact.
I think what I'm going to do actually is follow your lead and kind of keep the camera on you. And then that way we won't have to worry about getting separated. I just want to make sure we look through every place in the level,
Yeah.
you know, to make sure we catch everything.
This ambush reeks of desperation. You found your calling, old seeker. Impossible shot.
Hooray.
Medical supplies.
Man, they are really being generous with the med supplies here.
Well, keep in mind we are on normal difficulty, so I would expect that.
True. Let's drop down.
Alright. See if these guys follow. Yay.
Hooray.
A good kill. Guess I need to be faster.
Alright, I'll give them a little bit of props now, because there's clearly a gas rat behind us, but they're kind of sticking with us for the most part.
Yeah, the only real complaint I have is that that behavior seems to be a little inconsistent. And actually, when we get a little further in here, I'll tell you the story about what happened to me, which makes me feel that way.
Well, it's like any town in the Empire. That gas rat needs to die.
I feel that. I feel you on that. Ooh. Alright,
Ow, quit it.
see where the first one may be.
Okay, so back here in this corner is where the first grimoire used to be, and as you can see now that is a tome.
It's a tome.
Saggy, kill that runner.
You did grab that tome, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Now, the second one is still where it used to be in the chapel. So that
Oh,
has not
okay.
changed.
Good to know. Let us go check the chapel.
Oh, they'll burn. They'll burn.
Oh, you were correct.
Alright, so I will use my item here
I
and
need to medicate.
grab that. Tome number 2, still in the chapel.
Luke die.
Oh, nice. You want to check that chest across the street?
Yes. Ooh,
No, we're not on track.
there are quite a few rats in the street here.
Indeed.
Pardon! A whirlwind of rat killing!
Ooh! I got hooked.
Don't overreach, wizard.
Let me go, hook rat.
What's a running?
Man, what'd I ever do to those guys?
It was probably all the killing of their brethren that they weren't really down with.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But I've seen you. I give it life. Then
Let's
I
check
smother the
this
blaze
little
until it
side
runs
cubby.
wild.
So far, the only thing I've found down here has been ammo. And even that's random. Doesn't look like anything this time. You alright there, buddy?
Yeah, I was trying to, sorry, it was the valve in me. I was trying to crouch jump over the boxes, but, to no avail.
Alright. Good times. I don't know what it is with the Imperial soldier, but he loves photobombing me. Like he'll go stand right in front of me and then face me instead of the enemy that's behind him. Like he's trying to get a selfie or something from my
Huh.
character's point of view.
That could probably be a little better. Alright, and now like this case, why Carillion jumped over that threshold like she did, I will never know.
Well, I guess it's better than them getting stuck on the other side of it, right?
Yeah, that's true. If I had to pick one, I would pick just getting over the instance, so the threshold. So I can't really complain too much about that.
Lots of nice healing items here.
Yay!
Alright, who's gonna do barrels and who's gonna clear the way?
I will do barrels.
Okay.
Oh.
This is where I should raise my shield. Stay together, take them in pairs.
Luckily, their reactions are as slow as yours.
Hooray!
Woot.
That's right. Here come the globe lobbers.
There's poison on the wind.
Any sign of the Grims or anything?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Huh.
And the White Master's done.
See? The Magnus Tower. Pride of Ubersreich.
So I believe the third tome is still here on the cart.
It is not.
Interesting. So that may be randomized because I think I have seen it here before. Or at least on the ground next to it, but it does not appear to be in either location.
You know where it might be? I wonder if they have put it where the second Grim was.
Possible.
Like in that secret room. I wonder if they stashed it there.
I'm actually going to grab this other healing kit and use it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm kind of just searching right now. Because I would think, like, I'm thinking if I were a developer, where would I put it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm checking the tower here. Not really seeing anything up here.
It's going to blow. Out of the way.
Uh-oh. nothing over here. Doesn't seem like they're by the houses over here. No.
Yeah.
I hope it heals better than it
If I had to guess, I would say based on what we saw in the first example, if they've done anything, they've moved stuff deeper into the level.
I almost, but I feel like they didn't do anything to this courtyard before. The only thing that was here was the ogre. I almost feel like they'd had to have put something here.
So this is a good story time. So what happened to me the other day when I was playing with just myself and the 3 bots is I went over here into this area. The bots
Yeah.
were following me because I turned around at this point and looked at them. Okay. Then I came up these stairs and dropped down to fight the things that were over here. But then what happened was the bots, instead of following me and jumping down from here, went back around the loop and went the other way and ended up getting hooked on other enemies. And then I ended up getting murdered because they were off like doing their own thing. I was actually kind of curious to see if we jump down here, if they would come down. It looks like they can, but for whatever reason in that playthrough the other day, they just didn't.
A curious case of Vermintide bot AI.
When I bring it up mostly just because it was one of those things where it gave me that cause for pause, where up until that point in the playthrough, I was kind of thinking, oh, I can kind of count on these bots now. Like, I don't really have to pay so much attention to them and what they're doing moment to moment. But that was definitely a case where I realized, hey, these things aren't quite where they need to be, and they still do need a little bit of monitoring. Especially if you're playing by yourself, you know, just with the bots.
assassin rat's dead. When they come, leave some
Watch your
for me.
6.
Oh. I'm just looking.
Packmaster got what he deserved.
Die, Packmaster. Can I jump over here? Ooh. No. Damn it.
Oh, that would be a good place for one, though.
Wait a minute. But why is that there? Why is this little wooden peg here? Wait a minute. This is very strange. It doesn't look like it's in the tree, but maybe it's over here? Oh, would you look at that?
Did you find something?
I found one.
Alright, so we're going to have to figure out how you actually got up on that box. Let me see how that
Okay.
works. Oh, I see. You probably jumped on this other one.
Yes.
Okay, so this box, up to
Up
this
to here.
box. Okay,
Onto the little wooden peg.
onto the peg.
Onto
Then
the roof.
onto the roof. And then from the roof...
The question is,
There's a little ledge right here. So you've got to like try and angle the corner.
Oh,
a
okay,
little
I
bit.
see. Like, you gotta, like, jump around the corner, basically.
Yeah.
Well, you want to just fight these guys on this awning until they're...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll go around the corner once they're done.
I'll use my shield. You use your weapons.
Yeah, I was sure not to pick it up because I figured we want the show keeps where it's at.
Yeah, for sure. That is definitely the point.
Assassin longs to feel my hands.
Oh.
He managed to port before I could hit him.
Do we get him? Nope.
And I still hear him.
I hear the tread of assassin's paws.
I'm actually
Oh,
kind
there it
of
is.
amazed that the bots were able to follow us up here.
Yeah, that, wow. I didn't even realize that until you pointed it out.
They must have specifically put pathing in for this since they moved that thing up here. Okay,
Could be.
let's try to get around this corner before another wave spawns, just so we can show this properly.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course I missed the jump. That's going to take a little practice. Let's try that again.
Wow, even the bots can path over there.
Oh, now I just feel like a slacker. Alright.
So if you go, like, right here, like, if you go further down, and then,
Yeah, you're more kind of lined up for it. Yeah.
yeah, you get a better angle at it.
There we go.
And then if you just look down off the ledge there,
Anywhere you can.
it's over there.
Oop.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. So, there is the first grimoire, which I guess I will pick up, because we like pain, right?
Oh yeah, pain is good.
Alright, let's do this.
This grimoire pulsates with demonic malevolence.
Look
Like
at
so
that,
many things in my life.
Look
Oh,
at those-
sorry, I'm oversharing again.
Just saying, those sneaky developers, man. That's a little puzzle there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, kind of shocked that I found it, if I'm honest.
Well, that's just good observing. Good looking at your environment and figuring out what doesn't fit or what could be leading to something.
I mean, the dead giveaway was the wooden peg, like how all the other houses don't have that like adjacent peg sticking out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, why is that there?
Oh man, is that a troll?
Oh man, yep.
Oh, and a gas rat at the same time. Lovely. Alright, let's bring him out into the courtyard. Rattling gunner above us. Watch our back to our 3 o'clock.
I was able to get him.
Nice shot.
I think he's almost dead.
Well done.
Oh my. We got an ambush incoming.
Yeah, I see the madness.
Die so far from him.
Nice shot.
We're hurting.
Yeah, we definitely need some of those meds.
Wherever they may be.
There are probably some up here. Either in this chest or in the house at the top of the stairs.
Oh, here's one. And there's the other one. And the bot took it.
Well, at least they're better at using healing items now. Trying to look on the sunny side of that equation.
Yeah. No, I give you props for that.
I'm gonna check inside. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing.
Portion here. I can't vouch for the taste.
Nothing over there.
Portion here.
Ooh. I said the O because I thought there was a rat behind me when I opened the door
okay.
and looked. I looked one way and then I heard a growl.
Well, it was funny because when you said "oh," I thought you had found a secret item, but I can understand why a rat would elicit that response, especially given our current health situation.
Oh.
Blades in the shadows.
You still there?
Yep.
Oh, you cut off there for a second. But you're good. You're back.
All right.
You're back. So nothing over there anymore. Doesn't look like.
Yeah, so this is where you used to jump over to get the third tome. You used to jump over onto that light into that cubby hole. That is no longer the case.
I missed my shot.
We've got the assassin!
Yay!
Nice. I'm betting that your theory about the third tome being where the second Grim used to be is accurate.
Healing tools if you're feeling weak.
I mean, it's a place that, I mean, we might as well check.
Yeah, so the trick to this one was always you went over here and you'd hit this candelabra, and when you break that, that would open the door over here.
Yep.
You with me?
Yeah.
Another loot die.
Good job. Thank you, game.
So this opens up.
Oh, yeah, on top of the books.
Oh, yeah, they moved it slightly, but the, yep, there's the third tome. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the bots are going to be smart enough to pick that up, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of that in this particular run, but that now accounts for all three of the tomes.
So we got 3 tomes, we found 3 tomes, and got 1 Grim.
Mm-hmm. Were there any heals or anything in this back cubby? No.
There were, but Carillion picked them up.
Okay, well, that's good, I guess. Alright, so now we just need to find that second Grim, wherever they've shuffled that to.
I could have killed him quicker.
I hope that we can find it. Hope we didn't miss it. Although I can't honestly think of where else they would have put it.
I can't imagine it being any further or any closer to the beginning than that first one was.
Ammo, don't need it.
Found ammunition for you lot.
Listen, that's a gunner. That'll wreak some carnage.
I'm not seeing any obvious location that it could be in. I even went out to the edge of the sort of balcony to see if there was somewhere you could look down or whatever, and I didn't see anything there.
Maybe they put it in the castle?
That's the only thing I can think of, is maybe it's either right before you go up the elevator or right after you get off the elevator.
Oh crap.
Well, I hope those bots are smart enough to follow us over here at that threshold, but we'll see.
You were saying?
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no. Yep. And that's very similar to what happened to me in that other game where they just got hooked. Well, at least the elf kind of finally detached, so that's something. So hopefully we can res the
Found a potion. Down the hatch.
yeah, hopefully we can res the soldier.
Sigmar's blessing, anything is possible.
Nice.
He is with Sigmar now. If he be more than mere myth.
See? See?
Even the elf knows what's up. Alright, I guess we're ready to go up.
I didn't see anything obvious.
Yep, same here.
You should not let one eye worry you so, Pyromancer. This is a small mine. But what if he's
Well, I know for sure there's a resing spot up as we go up through the tower, so we'll get him back.
tempestuous in my anger? Then hold tight to your marines and have a plan not to be swept away.
Yeah, there he is. He's up there somewhere.
Yeah. Thinking if that second Grim is
Has a certain charge.
here, it's gonna be around here somewhere. Like as we're coming up these first set of stairs.
So many stairs.
You would
This will cause
think.
conjuring slumberfits.
Okay. Med supplies. I should probably take some of these.
Yeah, I'll cover you.
Operations war, but not the start of the friendship.
Okay. Oh, I heard a hook rat.
Yarp. I'll cover the back.
Where?
I'm gonna
Gotcha.
chop that rat.
Oh. Woo.
Potion, don't waste it.
Alright. I didn't see anything.
Ammo back here as usual.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, it would be crazy if they put it all the way up there. That just seems like too easy.
it could be a thing where it gives basically, I don't know, an option if people like want to try for it,
Mm-hmm.
or if not, I don't know.
Blessings of Shalia. Cheers. I feel better.
You'll have a fine scar,
I definitely don't see one around here.
Over there. Globadier. Good. Dead Skaven.
Yeah.
Well-
If there's one prior to this point, we have not found it. So
Want to drop?
yeah, let's drop and look around and just make sure it's not in here somewhere. Like under the thing or something weird.
Not there. Dead people, dead people, dead rats. Potion. Drought.
Some lumber. Let's brew. Oh, for desperate times only.
I am not confident that it is here.
Yeah, so we must have missed it at some point, which means we're probably going to have to go back and find it or look it up or something like that.
Medical supplies.
But at the very least, we found the one.
One is better than none.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also given the fact that we're playing with bots, a little extra health probably is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess we're starting. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
This was terrible. Could
You
we get a better tone
didn't
out
want to
of
start?
Oh, no, that was fine. I just, was expecting some sort of heads up before the horn got blown. But, no worries.
Oh, we're fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
Yes.
I hesitate to say that we've seen the worst that can happen in this game, because that's probably not accurate either. But I also feel like this is a game where you do not want to push your luck or tempt fate, as a general rule.
You may be right. That was pretty funny how the dwarf said don't attack it head on, and yet the bot just runs right at it.
Yeah, YOLO bot 9000 was definitely in effect there.
He's like, go right around it. Surely you meant just sprint head on and hope nothing horrible happens. Down the hole.
VT, go down the hole. Oh, bot. Oh, bot. What is happening to you, bot? Oh, you poor botstard.
Although, in all honesty, I forgot that if you just do that, if you activate the thing,
Yeah, it teleports them.
yeah. So, in hindsight, we could have just teleported them, but I forgot.
Yeah, nah, fair enough.
And Carillion doesn't want to get in the wagon today.
Now,
Don't ask her.
I was gonna say, that doesn't hurt us though, right? Because doesn't she have to be in the wagon to count?
I'm unsure about that.
Alright, well let's see what kind of hot loots we can get with all these dice. So disappointing. So many dice, so few good dice.
I was one away from a blue.
Boo. I got a white, so there's that.
Hooray!
So I'd say that's marginally successful, at least in terms of finding one of the Grims and confirming the locations of the 3 tomes. What I would say is that's probably going to wrap things up for this video, for me anyway. What we may do is try to figure out if we can determine where that second Grim actually is, and if so, maybe we'll just do a quick little addendum to the video to show the location of that. Otherwise, this has been the updated Horn of Magnus map for Warhammer End Times Vermintide. Thanks once again to BlueOrthodox for joining me. I will have a link to his channel in the description box down below. If you have enjoyed this video and you liked what you've seen, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me in the future, be sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Okay, so the location of the first grimoire is actually very close to where it used to be. Basically in this first room where you pick up the first tome, there is now a little trick where you open this chest, jump up on top of it, jump up on this shelf, and there you can see the first grimoire. Sorry we missed that the first time through, but these things happen. And now we're probably going to die because we ran back to this part in the level to get here. So, good times.